I wanna be a billionaire, I ain't getting no sleep till I see $1 million every week. I wanna be a billionaire, I ain't getting no sleep till I see $1 billion every week. I wanna be a billionaire, I wanna be a billionaire.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Sleep is for Billionaires, the podcast. I am your host, Johnny Vegas. Now today, I got a very special guest on my show. This young entrepreneur right here owns his own exotic car rental service called The Plug Rentals. And we're going to talk about his story and how he made it to where he's at today and his plans for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid Butters. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, how you doing today, Johnny?
I'm doing very well, man. How about yourself?
Hey, can't complain, man. Blessed.
Hey, I hear that. Hey, bless. Amen to that, man. I'm glad you made it on the show, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you got me on the show.
Hey, no doubt, man. So let's talk about your story, man. Before we get into the business, I want to talk more about how you got this sense of entrepreneurship to take things to the next level. But let's start from the beginning. Where you from?
Okay, originally I'm from Hawthorne, California. Relocated to New York with my pops.
Mm-hmm.
Came back to Hawthorne, California with my mother. Back to New York. So basically just back and forth, East Coast, West Coast my whole life.
Okay, and what were you doing during that time? I'm sure you was just growing up, figuring shit out, running around.
Just going to school. I was playing basketball at the time.
Okay, what position?
I was playing guard.
Guard? Okay. I was a small forward in the PF. That's me.
Yeah, it was cool, but kind of figured it wasn't for me. After a while, it was just like, what are the chances of me going, pretty big? It's kind of like a small. What school I was going to wasn't like huge on basketball, and I really couldn't transfer to another school because I would just always be going to school 1 year in New York, one school here, one school here, one school there. So
did you graduate?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. That's what's up.
2014.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I took the GED route, the good enough diploma.
I was gonna do it, but my parents wouldn't let me. So
yeah,
like you gotta graduate if you want some support.
Yeah.
So I had to do that. It was cool. I went to UCLA for a year. That was all right.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to ASU for like a half of a year. Couldn't do it no more. I was like, man, college isn't me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta start my own business somehow.
That's what's up.
I was working at actually Zoomies at the time.
Zoomies, that's a clothing store?
Yeah, it's like a skateboard shop.
Okay.
I used to skateboard too.
Okay.
Back in the day. So that's what I did after basketball. I was like, man, I want to be a professional skater, and then I kind of just hit the fan. I was like, it's not enough money. And I was like, I need now money. So I started working at Zoomies. That wasn't enough money, so I was like, man, I need to get around the right crowd,
Gotcha. And I'm glad you said that about being around the right crowd. Now, before you had that premonition of, I need to be around the right crowd, explain the crowd that you was around and how was it affecting you and, conflict with the goals that you had for the future.
I was just around a lot of lazy people, man. People that just want to skate every day, not make no money. They thought skateboarding was their life, living with their parents was their life. So I came to the conclusion, man, I was like, shit, I got to get out of here, somehow or some way. So moved out at 17, saved up all my money, and just got my own spot for a little bit. Did college for a year, wasn't feeling that. I was like, man, it's just not me, I was like, I couldn't fake it anymore. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to figure a way to make some money,
Yeah.
Ran into my friend, his name's Idris.
Okay.
He's actually in the car business as well.
Okay.
Very successful. So he kind of like got me in the door. It was just like, sat down with me one day, it was just like, man, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about cars.
Yeah.
And we just drove around LA that whole day, and I was just pointing out different cars, like, hey, what is this? What is that? What is this? How fast does that go? What year is this? How do I tell what that is? And just kind of, it was like, this is for you,
Yeah.
So I was like, I liked it, man. It was a quick legal way to make money. So I was like, trying to stay out the way, stay out of trouble. A lot of my friends now, actually, half of them are dead or they're in prison, I had my closest, best friend just got 10 years.
Damn.
So.
Yeah, it be like that sometime, man. A buddy of mine's doing 10 right now. Another buddy of mine did 5, he just came home. And another buddy of mine did 5, and he just came home. So it's like...
It's just crazy, watching everybody just go.
Yeah.
The people that don't want to change their life, you just got to kind of separate yourself from, it hurts because it's like, they're your friends, you're considered your family, but even family sometimes, if they're toxic, you got to leave them,
Yeah.
Because it's like, at the end of the day, it's your life,
Right.
Only you can control your life. They want to control your life, but you give them the opportunity to control it. And, and influence is everything, if your friend's over here doing this all day and you're with him every day, maybe you're going to want to try what he's doing,
right.
But like I said, that might not be for you. So you always got to figure out your own pathway and figure out how you can become successful and figure out how you can become your own man, because like I said, at the end of the day, your consequences are your mistakes. not his, not hers, not nobody else's, not your family's. Whatever you choose to do is what you choose to live with.
That's a fact, bro. Nah, that's a fact. You nailed it right on the head, man. Trust me, I see life just like that, man. I done cut a lot of people off to get where I'm at today. Not intentionally, but it was just, bad for my goals. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say bad for business, but it was just bad for my goals. You know what I'm saying?
It's bad for business too, man, because at the end of the day, it's like I tell all my friends, man, like I always tell them, no offense, but shit, business comes first.
Right.
Because you got to feed yourself, that people don't know who else you have to feed, People don't know if your family needs your help, your mother might be disabled, your father might be disabled, your parents might be broke, you never know, because at the end of the day we grow, they birthed us, they took care of us, so I always felt like it was my turn to take care of them, as I got older, because everybody's going to need some help at the end of the day, eventually, sooner or later, Nobody's perfect and nobody's going to win forever unless you put in that position, but a lot of people aren't put in that position, a lot of people don't got that drive, so I mean, kids and family is huge, It's like you gotta push people that you care about because they're gonna be the next generation of success.
That's a fact. That's a super fact, man. So speaking of that, how old are you exactly?
I'm actually 22.
22, Jesus Christ, did you hear that? You know what I was doing 22? Not renting out cars, which I should have been, goddammit. Congratulations on that, man. So as a 22-year-old, with everything you've been through, what adds fuel to the fire to keep you going and give you this hunger and this found sense of entrepreneurship at this early age?
Shit, really, man, I got a taste of everything. And I was just like, once you just try everything out, like I've done jail time. That was horrible.
How long?
Just a few weeks.
Okay.
But I mean,
Still, I did 8 hours. That was enough.
It's just like that's still your life,
Yeah.
It's like
Can't get that time back.
Fighting felony cases, and just really trying to stay out the way because, like I said, I was really around the wrong people and I was doing the wrong things, So I ended up getting caught up for something that realistically I didn't even do. So I had to stick the time out, do the time. Fighting a felony case, that was like crazy, because it was holding like a minimum 3 years, and it was just like, shit just became, got really intense, and it was just like, man, I gotta separate myself because these people don't give a fuck about me,
You're good.
Yeah, no, they don't care about me, so it's just like, man, it's like people look at you as either a come up or a stepping stone, because people always want the next best thing, right? You want the next best thing for yourself.
Right.
They want the next best thing for themselves. So they're gonna see you and see what they can take from you to make themselves grow and be more of who they want to be. And it's like I've always thought to myself, I only worked one job, which was at Zoomies, and I did that for about like I want to say 6 months to like maybe a year at most. And it was just like I thought, man, I'm building somebody else's dreams. I'm building somebody else's empire. I'm building somebody else's legacy. And I'm getting paid, they'll give you $20 an hour to be a manager and make you feel like, oh, $20 is, everybody else is making $12 an hour minimum wage, but it's like realistically that ain't shit because, being in the car business and just seeing like getting a first-hand taste of it, and then I was just like, man, this is crazy because I would make damn near in a day what I would make in a month if I really pushed myself and really pushed my grind, like I was making enough money to pay my rent in a couple of days, and pay for some car payments in a week. And then the rest of that is just play money, But like I said, I've been able to take care of my mother, my father, stuff like that. So it's been a little difficult, So it's been a stepping stone, but it's something you'll get used to, and overcome. It just makes you want to get that money a little more.
Right, and that's it. You answered the question flawlessly, because that's exactly what adds the fuel to the fire. The fact that you're responsible for other lives, not only your own. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make your business work. So, talk to me about the process when it comes from acquiring a vehicle to actually renting it out, and how that process works. So I know you mentioned before the auction.
So basically, my buddy actually, Jonte Hall, he actually has a wholesaler's license.
Shout out to Dante.
Yeah, my boy Jonte. He's out there in Miami living it up right now. So basically, we got a wholesaler's license, so we can go to like auctions.
And how did you acquire that license?
He actually got that. So he paid. You gotta just basically have all your thing in order. You gotta have a business, LLC, all the main ingredients that you need for that. And he just got that, and he was like, man, we just need to start going to these auctions because actually the buddy that got us into the rental business was like, man, I get all my cars at the auction, I'm winning, I'm getting my cars for dirt cheap, I'm paying 70% instead of paying 100%, you got to come over here, you know, just rent the car out for a year, and he was just teaching us the flip process. And like I said, we're just getting like very like to the point where like, all right, we're gonna take off, you know, like right now we're just trying to basically get more cars, pay for expenses, expand, you know, promotion. That's a lot of things people don't understand is like you got to pay for promo, you got to pay for your lot space, you got to pay for people to wash the cars, clean the cars, you got to pay for workers, you got to, you know, you got to pay insurance, people trying to sue you, everything comes into factor, and it's just like, people, like I always say, is people see you having fun, they don't see how you got there. You know, that's what, you know, it's like some real shit, and I got that from actually from Big Meech.
Yeah.
I heard him say that, and he was like, they just see what we doing, they don't see how we got here, and it's real, you know. People just want to join. People just want to join the party. People aren't really willing to put in the effort, the work that you put in. And it's like I said, it's the $100,000 rule.
Right.
Most people, I could give you could be my best friend. We could grow up together since day one. I come up. You're not coming up. You're fucking up in life. You know, you're in and out of jail, whatever the case may be. And I have $100,000, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna give you $10,000 just to get you back on your feet. You know, just so you can recuperate. You know, and reevaluate yourself. The crazy part about it is, I'm not saying you in general, but you might come back to me and be like, watching what I got, you still got that 90,000. You worried about what's in my pockets, even though I didn't have to give you no money. I could have left you working, whatever you wanted to do, and I still give you $10,000 scot-free out of my pocket. Yeah. And people don't understand that, you know, it's like, when you look out for something, people are gonna still want more. And I've learned that hands-on because being in the car business, you meet a lot of women, a lot of people, just a lot of toxic energy, you know, that's just really trying to come up and ride with you. You know, they're not really down for the ride; they just want to ride with you.
Right.
You know, it's like it's law of attraction, though. You know, because people see you're in, like I said, nice vehicles. They don't know how you're getting that money. They don't know if you're selling drugs, robbing people, doing it the legit way. They don't know if you have a family, have a trust fund.
Right.
They don't know what you got going on. They just see, oh, this dude has a Lamborghini. He's having fun. He's rich.
Yeah.
But it's not even necessarily that, because there's a lot of people that are actually struggling in a business, trying to keep up with their business, because there's a lot of maintenance and stuff on the cars. You got a lot of stuff that you got to worry about. People think that these cars just run. They don't just run, you know. Yeah. Like when something goes wrong with this car, something goes wrong with the car. Yeah. You're looking at $15,000 to $30,000 worth of a headache. You know? Like our differential went on the back of we had a Lambo Aventador. I was like $10,000 just to fix. And we had to fix it 2 times because it wasn't working right, you know. So it's like people don't understand, you know, dumping $20,000 is no joke, you know. I got 3 other partners in the business. Okay. John Tay and the other 2 people don't got Instagram, so. Okay. But they're, you know, they're very well established. Like I said, man, I'm just getting my toes wet, man. I'm 22, so I'm in it for the long run. Right.
That's what's up, man. Well, I'm definitely happy for you that you got the business up and running, you know. And it sounds like you know it in and out. You know the headaches that may come about. Right. You know how to basically make a profit off your investment, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So now, tell me, how do you find your clientele? Well, what type of demographic are you looking for? Like, do you only rent to a certain type of class, or you serve to anybody?
Really, I just serve to anybody that has a good head on their shoulders. You know, like you could catch a vibe off somebody. No crazy people. You know, no people that are just like, you got those people that, like I said, you got those people that just you know, they're gonna just start smoking in your car. They're gonna drive it aggressively, drive it recklessly, burnouts, and you know, just young. I try not to kind of rent to a younger crowd just because I know how I am, and I know if I was renting something, I wouldn't give a shit about it. Right. But you tend to notice when you rent into an older crowd, they take care of it more properly because they're a little more
sophisticated, mature.
They're a little more concerned about getting their security deposit back. Younger people are just like, oh, whatever, you know, like I'll just go crazy and have fun and stand on top of the car. You know, you're not gonna catch no 35-year-old, 40-year-old man standing on top of a Lamborghini trying to take pictures, and sitting down and smoking in the car, you know. But you're gonna get that with like 20 to 25, you know, even 30, you know. Like I said, I've never had any problems, me personally, with people being like crazy with it. Yeah. But it's just my business partners in the past have had it, and, you know, I'm just kind of like apprenticing and chaperoning what they've told me and stuff, you know. So I'd rather learn from their mistakes than learn from my mistakes, you know.
There you go.
So it's like, if I can avoid a headache, I can avoid a headache.
Right. Yeah, stick to that prestigious crowd, the people that's walking around in suits all day, you know what I'm saying? Got an office on the 57th floor, you know, so you guys.
And people just think that it's like, oh man, it's white people out here doing that. But it's like, no, it's just for everybody, you know. There's money's for everybody. It's just, you got to be hungry. You would think, oh no, you got to be corporate and you got to be this to get the money, but it's like, nah, you just got to be hungry.
You gotta be smart.
If you're starving, you're starving. You know, you're gonna feed yourself eventually.
Yeah.
If you're smart enough, you're gonna figure a way to feed yourself. But a lot of people are lazy. You know, they don't want the easy way out. They want to go rob somebody's house.
Yeah.
They want to go steal from him. They want to go steal from her. They want to go take from them. They want to go do this. They want to go do that. Instead of actually coming up with a strong foundation.
Yeah.
And backing the plan. You know, because like I said, there's $1 million investors out here that are willing to invest into a lot of different things. You just gotta come with the right level-headed proposition and actually come with some sense. You know, because people want to spend that money on you. If you can propose something, they want to spend that money. You know, if somebody came up to me with the right, you know, if I knew it was making money, I would dump my life into it. If I knew it was for sure, you know. But you got to come with a level head. You can't come, oh, I think it might work. You got to confidence is realistically key, and that's a lot of things people don't have nowadays. It's just that full confidence, you know. And it's just like it's crazy, man, because you know you got to believe in yourself to achieve. And a lot of people don't believe in themselves. They're like, I don't think I can do it. But it's like, you know, anybody can do it, man. I've seen the worst people come up. I've seen the best people go down.
Yeah.
I've seen it all, you know.
Yeah.
It's like I said, growing up, you tend to just see things a little bit differently when you're. That's why I kind of was happy I grew up on like both sides of the states, because I could see like the different outcomes of how this person in this country, because you know I've been in different countries too, and as younger just traveling, and I'm like, man, I see how this person is living, I see how that person is living, I see how. You know, people in New York are hustling. You know, the grind in New York is just so much more authentic and pure because you got those people that are up every day, 6 in the morning, on the subway, going to work, going to meetings, going to do what they do. LA people, I feel like are a little bit more lazier because we're getting everything handed to us because it's just so sweet out here, you know? It's like everybody has a car. You know, in New York, most people don't have cars. Most people are catching the subways every morning, you know? And it's more like you could actually run into something legit and authentic on the subway sometimes even because everybody's down to earth.
Right.
You know, people with like Lamborghinis and stuff like that, I tend to notice because I've drove them out there. It doesn't really excite people like that. You know, of course, some people are going to look and be like, okay, cool. But realistically, the people are from there, it's like, it's not really too crazy. Like, versus LA, you know, like driving like Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills and Santa Monica and Venice and this and that. You got people breaking their necks like, oh my God, what is that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah, I think it's like, because this is like the land of stars and opportunities and the dreamers, you know what I'm saying? So when they see something like that, they just assume you're the greatest thing in the world. Whereas in New York, you know, dudes is making, you know, $500,000 a day. And that's just on the block, you know what I'm saying? Not let alone in the office. So it's like, it takes a lot more to impress, you know, when you come from that.
I've seen that, man. I like to say LA is the land of the freeloaders.
That as well.
You know, everybody wants something on you. Like I said, chicks. It's like I try to stay out the way from these chicks, man, because it's just like so toxic. You know, it's like I'll even pull up in a Prius sometimes if I have to. You know, just to be low key, and then you know next time I might pull up in the Lambo. You know, you gotta mess people's heads up sometimes because you want to keep them guessing. You know, you don't want people to know that you got everything already. Because that's when people want to just I'm already gonna get him. He's established. You know, but. My thing that me and Jonte Hall actually, you know, he's a very, very wise person, very smart. My thing that me and him would go over and tell each other is, females don't want to build a man, they want a man to build them. So females, not saying all females, but majority of them in LA, they don't want to take their time to build you. They want you to build them.
Off the rip.
They want you to build them. They want you to take them to Chanel. They want you to ride around the car. They want to take the image. They want to do the selfies in your car. But it's like, flip the script. Would that baddie still be messing with you if you didn't have anything? Would she be willing to come up out the mud for you if you didn't have anything?
Probably not.
And that's how it is 10 times out of 10. And I always say this too is, I never get mad at a gold digger because she's just looking for the next best opportunity and you can't blame her.
Right.
I think of gold diggers as entrepreneurs too.
Absolutely. And I think for the ones who fall for the gold diggers and then get mad when they get their gold dug up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was your fault from the beginning because you knew what you were getting yourself into.
It comes with the game, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I said, everything comes with something, you know? Nothing does not come with rules. You know, you selling drugs, you're liable to get shot, robbed, jail, all kinds of stuff, you know? It's a lot of stuff that comes with it. With the cars, it's like I said, as soon as the car goes out, you're liable. Somebody can wreck your car, smoke in your car, disrespect your car, you know, do whatever they want in the car. Yeah. It's just how the game goes. You got it. Fear, you can't have that fear in whatever you do. Like I said, whether it's you selling drugs, whether you doing it the right way. You can't have fear in whatever your hustle is because that's what's going to limit you from your success.
No, I agree. So it doesn't sound like you have any limits towards your success. So tell me, what's your 5-year plan?
My 5-year plan right now, I'm actually
Business and personal wise.
business right now in 5 years. So basically, good news is me and John Tay we're actually opening up our own lot January 1st. We're opening up our own lot, so we've already got that. That's the plug rental, the rental plug. You know, we go both ways with it. But so basically, the plug rental. Basically, the reason we put it that name is because we're just trying to be like an all-around concierge service. So we're trying to expand. We're trying to do private jets, yachts, houses, stuff like that in general.
Kind of offer a lifestyle.
Exactly, a lifestyle. You know, even models, even chances. You know, to hang out with some of these beautiful models. You know, I have a lot of lovely model friends and stuff like that. You know, just good energy. Just put some good energy in the air. You know, it's like it's just you gotta really experience it hands-on to know where it comes from because I got a taste of it. You know, my buddy was letting me drive in these, and I was just like, man, I'm like I need the full package. I was like I need the full package.
Right.
You know, and then I was like, man. Just seeing everything is like shit. It's like I never growing up. I never thought I didn't even know what this was. I was like, what is this? You know, like how do you drive this thing? People don't even.
Does it drive?
And it's not even stick shift. People always assume it's stick shift. It's like no, it's not stick shift. And it's like I thought the same thing too. You know. But no, and then as far as business wise though, I'm definitely trying to have that lot with my boy John Tay. You know, just hitting the pavement, trying to strive to be the best we can be. You know, I'm not trying to outrun anybody. I'm not trying to outbeat anybody. I'm just going at my
Trying
pace.
to be the best, better than you were yesterday.
Exactly. You know.
That's what's up. So in the 5 years, let's say, I'm gonna give you some deadlines. How many cars do you plan to have on your own lot within 5
years, man? I told myself for every year I want to get like another at least 10 to 30 cars. I'm trying to go crazy, man.
There you
I'm trying to go crazy because, like I said, we're trying to expand. John Tay's already expanded to Miami. He works with the other 2 partners I work with in Miami. I personally don't really work with him like that, in Miami as often, just because I'm so focused on other things right now. So I also do managing on the side too.
Managing for
like a couple athletes, models, actors, musicians.
So you basically find them opportunities.
Yeah. So kind of like the good thing about being in the car world, you meet a lot of people. Like I met a lot of famous actors, I met a lot of famous rappers, I met a lot of famous models. I've rented cars, to a lot of celebrities that you'll see on TV. So building those connections and just saying, hey, I got a model for your next music video. Just kind of plugging in the dots, and it just came hand in hand. And it's like you got to use your craft to your full advantage. Whatever you can milk out of it, just milk out of it. Just take every last drip and drop out of it. Don't be scared. If you're doing cars, tell them, listen, hey, I got a house for you to stay in. Everything's a mutual value of exchange. And like that's the thing I respect about a lot of celebrities is they're not going to talk to you unless you got a value exchange. And it's only right because it's business at the end of the day. But it keeps you going because you know that it's not no friendship there. There's not going to be no friendship like that unless you establish that at the gate.
Right.
Because when you come at somebody with a business proposition, they're not thinking about being your friend after that.
Right.
A real businessman.
Right.
Because that's just going to ruin business.
Right.
But when you establish a friendship with somebody, they're going to want to stay as your friend. They're not going to want to do business with you, a real businessman, because he's going to say, I don't want to mess up what we got as a friendship. So, but people don't understand that. People try to put business, friends, this, and mix it all into one. And that's why you clash heads, because you're with that person every day. And you're doing business and you're late on some money. I don't think anybody wants to, nobody wants some money.
Just because we're friends, it's like, you said the 30th. Yeah. It's the 15th.
That's how it goes. But personally wise, actually, I'm just, I'm doing condos right now. I have 2 condos, so I have another condo at the W16 on Javine that I stay with John Tay.
So that's part of the whole lifestyle package that you're pushing?
So right now John Tay has the houses too. He has about 2 houses and stuff like that he does the Airbnbs out of and stuff like that. So I'm trying to really kind of I kind of watch John Tay. He's about 3-4 years older than me. Okay. I kind of watch him and apprentice him, because he's a smart man too. I feel like we could all learn off each other. I just want to be the best person I could be. But personally wise, man, I want to own a home. I'm interested in owning a few homes actually.
In LA?
Yeah, in LA for sure. I want to get a nice condo in New York. So my pops he could live out there again.
Okay.
Check that out, and then really, Just want a few homes, man. Hopefully some kids one day. Not now, but
Yeah, but eventually.
Yeah, later down the line for sure. I told myself for every million I have, I'm gonna have a kid. So if I make 50 million, man, I'll have 50 kids.
Hey,
it's just something I agreed to, you know.
That sounds like a good plan. You know what I'm saying? So
I strongly believe in overpopulating the world with your seeds, you know, because your seeds are success.
yeah.
You know, you make what you are is what you make, you know.
Right. You keep it in the family. That's how the rich stay rich, man.
Yeah.
I see you got your own clothing line. That's your clothing line right there, right?
So this I came up with this about 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's called Private Location.
Private location.
So
okay.
we did that because we were always in private locations, man. We just always would be in 1 week we'll be in the Bahamas.
Yeah, invite only.
Yeah, 1 week we'll be in the Bahamas, 1 week we'll be in Hawaii, 1 week we'll be in London, and just private location. Because everybody be like, where you at this week? We're like, hey, we at this private location, man. We can't disclose it, so we just turned it into a lifestyle.
Right.
So I was like, man, you know, private location, why not?
That's dope. That's dope, man. I like that because it has that whole exclusivity behind it. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you promote it that way, give out selected items to selected individuals, like just keep that exclusivity going. I think that's what makes brands pop. Because when it's exclusive, not everybody can get it. It adds value to it.
We don't sell any of our merchandise. It's just strictly like given to you. We're not interested really in selling the merchandise like that, just because it's like you said, exclusivity. One day we'll probably end up selling the merchandise.
Yeah.
Eventually, but as of now, no.
Right.
People love the name.
Yeah.
They always like private location. They always think of Future, actually, that song. So I made the name about 3 months before Future made that song at this private location, you know. So it was pretty funny because we'd be in the club and we'd have the hats on. We'd be like, we'd be going crazy, you know, at this private location. Girls would be like, oh my God, you know. So it was like, it was cool, man.
Man, all you gotta do is have him with a hat and then.
Yeah, hopefully. My boy, actually Mad Dog, he messes with Future and stuff like that. I actually got a couple of songs that I'm about to come up with too.
Like rapping?
Yeah, rapping. I'm about to dip into a little music.
Bro, you need to get with me, man. You know I write songs, perform songs, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Because I got a couple of boys that are A&Rs at Interscope. So they've been telling me to get on there, like, you got the image for it. So I'm like, man, I said, I'm about to do the cars, music. I'm trying to dip my hands in everything. You know, some people say don't try to do too many things at once, but I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that either, bro. Like, my whole thing, my brain's like a pie graph, and every little space I dedicate time to each of it, you know what I'm saying, so the whole joint could grow. I can't just do one thing. That's not how my shit operates. I got too much ADHD, double D for that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. But my brother, I wish you much success in all of your endeavors, and anything I can help you do to expedite that process, you let me know. I'm here. And thank you for being on the show, my brother.
Hey,
and
thank
again,
you.
We're gonna work. I mean, we've been working off the camera, so you know now everybody else can see it.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
No doubt. Where can the people holler at you, man?
Shout out my boy Johnny Vegas. You know what I'm saying? This the man right here. You know what I'm saying?
Working, man.
Young billionaire in the making.
Hey,
there it is.
There you go. You heard it here first, man. Where can the people holler at you, bro?
You guys can find me on Instagram at KidButters, KidButters.
There it is. And it's the Plug Rentals, correct?
Yes.
Right. Does that have its own page, or they just come to you directly?
So for the Instagram, since it was taken, I don't know why it was taken. We couldn't find that it was taken though. The Instagram is a car rental plug. So we just made that right now. That's gonna be our new company. It's called Car Rental Plug. So you know, just nice and simple, car rental plug.
There it is, man. You heard it here first, man. Kid Butters, Johnny Vegas. Stay tuned for more episodes to come of Sleep is for Billionaires, the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bam, we out. That's shit, man, bro.
There it is.
That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, that was good. That was a good one. I like that.